what's going on, guys? This is Blaine. Alright, let's get through this part 3. Sorry if I didn't say too much during part 2. I had just woken up really bad nightmare. Like, I literally got up for just like an hour or two just to like shake it off. I was shook. But we're good now. Went the whole day, went to work and stuff. I'm cool now.
I'm kind of getting the impression Doctor Strange is a little bit of a hoarder. I mean, just because it's magical junk doesn't mean it's not junk. You know what they call an artifact that only... I know this entire situation's gotta suck for you. Not just the whole resurrected, chosen one thing. I get why facing Lilith won't be easy. I was 15 when I found out my mother was capital E evil.
Oh shit.
Was your father there for you when you found out?
Dad was evil too. Long story, lots of drama. There was a cool dinosaur. I'll fill you in later. Look, I'm glad my mother is gone, but yeah, at times I just want to hear her voice again. Some days I'd give anything to make
Any kid
that
would,
happen.
Nico, any kid.
Makes me hate her even more.
Well, I don't hate her. Let it go.
I did not realize you carried such pain.
I just learned to bury it. You think I can afford a therapist on a superhero salary? I'm kidding. We don't get paid for this.
I don't know, you
Enough
live in
about
this
our
nice-ass
crappy
place.
parents. You missed out on decades of good movies. It's my solemn duty to fill this knowledge gap with the best examples I can provide.
Thanks, bro.
So, the first thing you need to know, the glowing briefcase is a metaphor. Can we do it again? So, what did you think of the movie?
I understood more than I should.
How? You've been dead for 3 centuries.
I am not so sure I was dead.
She said more
Not
than
exactly.
she should.
I recall a deep slumber, not the void. I dreamt
Of what?
of everything. Much of this world is familiar to me. I know it from my dreams.
That's not creepy at all. So, do you know everything?
No, Think of it like this. I know what a car is, but I have no idea how to drive.
You're up to date, but not omniscient.
Right.
Then I'm guessing you don't
That
know
was a
much
good
about
way
me.
to put that.
Just what you shared earlier.
You're always free to ask. Like, what's the staff of one? Or who were the runaways?
Good idea.
I had some questions about your staff.
Sure. But first, the basics. The Staff of One interprets words or phrases as spells, but it can only cast a spell once. No repeats.
So the way I understood this the first time I heard her say that, so if she wants a particular thing done, she's got to find a different way to phrase it, but still get the same effect, right? So the Staff of One is, like, plays on like words, I guess. Cause like if I want to like open a door, you can say open that door. You can't use that again. So now I have to say like open that entrance, or yeah, something like that. Like that has to get hard after a while if you're using like one kind of spell repeatedly. Like, ooh man, how could I mess with the language? Yeah, like that one.
If each magical effect is unique, do you worry you will run out of words?
Like for real.
Not really. I only use the staff's power when I truly need it. The rest of the time, I rely on more conventional means. Like, you know, magic.
I had some questions about your staff.
Go for it.
Can you tell me how the Staff of One functions?
It's, blood magic, so my own blood is required to summon it. You wouldn't believe how many adhesive bandages I go through each year.
What about the words you speak?
They come true. Kind of. And not always the way I expect. It's like making a wish, but you can never make the same wish again.
I had some questions about your old team.
The Runaways? Sure thing.
You're asking me a question like you didn't just tell me about them. Like, what?
Were you all heroes who banded together?
No, we were normal kids. We saw each other once a year when our parents got together to reminisce. And then we found out two very disturbing things. First, our parents were supervillains who sacrificed children to evil gods. Second, each of us had some sort of powerful birthright. Our parents wanted us to follow in their footsteps.
What did you do?
We ran, but eventually we realized only the 6 of us could stop our parents and their dark gods, so we faced them and stopped them from destroying reality as we know
I
it.
really do need to look
You
up
know,
Nico's backstory.
typical kid stuff.
Because I've never heard of this character before. But I know she has to be a character. It's a fucking Marvel game. Like, I know the Hunter and Caretaker and Agatha and Lilith are, like, made for just this game. But, like, Nico and, like, Magic's part of the X-Men. I don't know how I don't know anything about that chick. Because I fucking love the X-Men. So, I don't know. I gotta look into some of this shit.
Who was on the team?
At first, Chase with his mad science gear, Molly, our pint-sized powerhouse, Carolina, the solar-powered sweetheart. Gert had a telepathic link to Old Lace, a genetically engineered Deinonychus from the 87th century. I handled the blood magic, though I didn't understand it much. And Alex, well, we don't talk about Alex.
But I want to talk about Alex.
Where are your friends now?
Molly attends Xavier's School for Gifted
Okay,
Youngsters.
so you're X-Men
Carolina
too.
left Earth to marry alien nobility. Gert,
Maybe?
she didn't make it. After Gert passed, Chase and I had a falling out. The last I heard, he and Old Lace are living at his family home in LA. As for Alex, he chose his side, and it wasn't ours.
Ah, betrayal.
Died with our parents.
He got what he deserved then.
I should get going.
I will not tolerate
Good
insubordinates.
timing. Looks like Caretaker wants to speak with you, and wow, I should get to bed. Time flies when you're hanging out.
You know, that same time that you cost me because you went and knocked on my door, yeah?
Free time productively.
Yeah. But
Whatever
stuff.
it is that Faustus knows, he's willing to make any Looks like you're finding your way around. Maybe making some new friends.
I was planning on getting some rest, but
Things are moving at a frantic pace. For all we know, I'll be landing a jet on the roof with Mr. Stark this afternoon.
Don't count anything out with that
Not
guy.
quite like it was in the good old days.
to stand still is to move back.
True.
You got that one from Agatha.
Doesn't make it any
She
less
used
true.
to say it all the time. I always preferred, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
That's also
Used
true.
to.
I am sorry. I should have had this talk with you much sooner. But you should know, Agatha, she's no longer with us.
What? That is impossible. She was so...
Fierce, indomitable, or maybe just kind to a fault.
All of it?
The loss could not have been easy for you.
Thank you for that, but it's not just my loss. It's all of ours. And what makes this loss even harder to accept is that it was completely avoidable. Agatha died in an accident caused by her protege, Wanda Maximoff, the Scarlet Witch. The Midnight Sun's latest recruit, a powerful spellcaster in her own right. Perhaps the most powerful Agatha and I had ever seen. Wanda's abilities were growing. Too quickly for my liking. Agatha was determined to help her control them. I tried to caution her, but she would not listen. There was an incident. An accident, I'm sure, but
Agatha was killed.
Yes, incinerated in an instant. Not even ash to remember her by. The others were heartbroken, as was I. But I also saw the danger, the threat, if Wanda's powers were left unchecked. So I did what needed to be done. I sent Wanda away, to the Sanctum Sanctorum, to study under Doctor Strange. I know the others still harbor a great deal of resentment towards me for it.
I went dark last time, but there's a lot of light choices that I made just because they align with mine. Maybe I go a little lighter this time? Yeah, fuck.
Was Wanda so different from me as a child? Was it that easy to send her away?
I didn't have a choice. Wanda's powers were beyond even her own control. And this time I had no Agatha to help me, as I had with you. I thought she would be safe with Strange. On that part, at least, I was clearly mistaken. Ah, Wanda. Agatha. It seems we've lost them both now. I conjured a small shrine to Agatha's memory on the grounds, hoping to find some solace, a way to move forward. You should pay your respects. Maybe you'll find what I couldn't. Good night, Hunter.
Let's go, Charlie. That's a good girl. Race you there. God, for a dog, you're not very fast. Sorry, Hellhound. Hi, Agatha.
Agatha?
You always did have the most remarkable eyes, Hunter.
I know I'm pretty.
Just like your mother's. Maybe that's why you're the first.
The first?
To commune with the spirits, of course.
Is this a trick of some kind? Because I am not amused.
No, it's no trick, dear. You're just the first to see me. By now you've heard I had a bit of trouble with my corporeal body. I actually find it quite liberating.
You are dead.
Always straight to the heart of things. That's my Hunter.
You seem strangely at ease about this whole thing.
After 1,000 years of living, you learn to take things in stride. Even death.
And what have you been doing all this time?
Meet me by the cave just over there. You know the one.
The Blood Gate? Caretaker always told me to stay away from that place.
I think we can safely lift the veil on a few more of our secrets. What's the worst that can happen?
You know, it's always safe to just touch stuff. I mean, what am I fucking saying? That's what the human race has been doing their entire existence. What's the worst that can happen? Touch it.
This ominous-looking portal is known as a Blood Gate, and you're the only one among us who can pass through it.
Blood Gate?
Yeah, that's not
Caretaker's
sketchy.
handiwork?
Yes, Sarah got a little overprotective after the accident with Wanda. It's become something of a habit for her.
I have noticed that.
What lies beyond is meant for you, as much as it ever was for her. Assuming you're up to the challenge, that is.
You know I am.
I do. But it's always polite to ask.
Whoa.
Alright. Why the fuck would I not? Thank you.
There was a time when the blood stood within these celestial halls to prove their worth. This particular arena belongs to a goddess who often favored Sarah, Ashtor.
Sarah, caretaker, was here?
Nothing ever comes
God,
easy, dear.
this cave
The
is
Elder
so
Gods felt their
silly.
descendants needed to earn their blessings.
Somebody
which is
stop
why
this
they
wind.
created these trials to begin with.
Trials? I should have known.
This entire realm exists for that purpose. Trial by combat, with no chance of outside interference.
And this is my challenge.
Yes, but I may have found a loophole they never considered. Why don't you try summoning your four-legged friend?
Charlie?
Let's go, girl.
The old gods are responsible for a great many creations, including your faithful companion. I think even they tend to forget that. Good luck, dear.
Easy money.
As the goddess of balance and order, Ashtor was sometimes called the giver of justice.
Now that was something. You were too weak for this fight.
Next. Die. Chill, boy. Bye. Don't touch my dog, bro.
Compared to our girl, these islands are nothing but non-visible. Don't hesitate to strike. They certainly won't.
Their time is short. Your mother abandons you.
Good girl, Charlie. Oh, and you too, Hunter. You finished this trial, but don't worry. The other gods are waiting.
Get him, come. Yeah, it's a good girl code. Yeah, it's daddy's baby. Wee.
This looks like the is here.
Sarah was right to be wary of this place. But it's your birthright, and I think after everything you've been through, you can handle it now. The two of you, as well as your mother, are the last of your kind, the Blood. Your lineage follows an unbroken line to the old gods themselves. And if you call upon them, you might just find they're actually listening. They won't work miracles for you, but their blessings can be quite useful in the right circumstance. Why don't you ask the goddess Ashtor for her aid in dealing with that barrier over there?
I can remember how. It was R2, I'm sorry.
She believes in our purpose.
Chick, you don't even know our purpose. Aw, horse shit. That's a load of barnacles.
After all this time, it's still just as beautiful as the first time I laid eyes on it.
But it's fake.
It's hard
Oh,
to
I'm sorry,
believe
pocket
Lilith and
image.
Caretaker brought this place all the way from Transia. Of course, it was no coincidence that they wound up so close to Salem. This area is particularly attuned to the forces of magic. That's why the Elder God's influence was so prevalent here. And why our sanctuary here has remained all but impregnable over the centuries. And now I'm rambling on like an old sorcerer supreme. Why don't you come see me in the library tomorrow night? Oh, and let's keep this just between the two of us for now. I'm afraid Sarah, Caretaker, isn't ready to see me yet. Good night, Hunter.
Sorry, I was replying to somebody on Snapchat. What was I doing?
Is this thing
Oh,
on?
God.
Hunter, please come to the forge at your earliest convenience. Again, that's Hunter to the forge.
Don't
Thank
yell
you.
at me, Steven.
Strange out.
We still have so many more movies to show you, like 70s grindhouse flicks.
Hunter, just in time. His royal weirdness and I were deciding what to do with that nasty little Hydra gift box you found.
Ah, yes. The spooky crate.
The very one. Though it is far from any mere container, I assure you. I am detecting powerful emanations from inside. If this is a sign of what Hydra is after, I fear we are all in grave danger.
My offer still stands. I could fly the thing up and nuke it in orbit. Only way to be sure.
And you know he can.
Or we could open it, Tony, and perhaps use the mystical energies I sense inside to our advantage.
I don't give a
Yeah, I
fuck.
heard
I'm an
weed
Iron Man
in there.
fanboy.
Green goopy gamma serums are one thing. I'm not opening boxes full of mummy curses.
You don't have to. Hunter, if you'll allow me.
Your second funeral, boss.
If Hydra is now working to acquire mystical antiquities, then our situation is very dire indeed. We need to find a way to gain the upper hand.
And you think you can do it with whatever is in the container?
Tony has one of the greatest scientific minds that I've ever seen. I, of course, have an unparalleled understanding of the mystic arts. I have no doubt that we can find a way to research whatever we find in there and have it work in our favor. I just wonder what it could be.
I hope the two of you create something powerful. I want to stop Lilith quickly and decisively.
As I said, I'm sure it can help us. I just need to convince Tony to set his ego aside. His discomfort with the esoteric nature of the arcane might be a problem.
But Tony's eccentricities aside, I know you can make this work.
Right now, with the sanctum out of my reach, I'm fighting with one hand tied behind my back. Metaphorically, that is. If I can find items to research, I can give the Midnight Suns every possible advantage over Lilith and her disciples.
I look forward to seeing what you come up with.
Me too, Hunter. Now, all this talk is going nowhere unless we can get this container open and study what's inside. Approach the anvil, Hunter. We do not have time. You have my undivided attention. In this reality, anyway. By the hoary hosts of Hoggoth, I can hardly believe it.
What? Is it worse than you expected?
No, it's totally unexpected. It's the Eternity Dagger. This was in a place of honor in my bedchamber in the Sanctum for years. The Sanctum Sanctorum is no common domicile to be burglared. These barbarians have no idea what they possessed.
Or perhaps they did. Maybe these artifacts are exactly what Faustus and my mother were after to begin with.
A distressing thought. If they had my dagger, then who knows what others of my priceless possessions have passed through their greedy fingers. The Cube of Nothingness. The Tear of Profia, and most worrisome of all.
Your toothbrush? You, had a little coffee thing going on this morning with your breath?
Oh, Tony.
Sorry. Doc's right, Hunter. I drank 3 glasses of holy water just to walk through the Sanctum's front door. Place is like a doomsday vault for all sorts of supernatural nastiness. We need to put a lid on this mess. Pronto.
I believe Carol is already working on it.
At last. Now that this artifact has been returned to its proper owner, we shall see if we can make use of the mystic forces contained within. Fascinating. This artifact is mundane in every conceivable way. I'm always in a few places at once, so no time is ever wasted.
Alright. Yes, I know how research works.
Let's get started, Dr. Spooky. Ooh, new coil. Let's get to work. What do you think?
Trash. It's all trash.
Hey, Hunter. Got a sec to spare?
What? Dude, I'm standing right behind you.
You moving into the forge?
No, I'm grabbing stuff. Ghost Rider.
You've been here more in the past few days than I have since ever. The forge is pretty badass, but the creature trapped inside riles up my own inner demon. Speaking of, there's something you should know about me.
You are bonded with the spirit of vengeance?
Damn, you're good. How could you tell?
You are not the first spirit of vengeance to join the Midnight Suns. I fought beside another just a few days... 3 centuries ago.
Oh man, sometimes when I have crap to work through, I like to get my blood pumping. Why don't we hit the yard for a sparring session? I know Sparky's excited to meet you.
Sparky?
That's what I call my spirit of vengeance. His real name is something you'd see written on a symbol, but with like 12 apostrophes. Also, he's not allowed inside after the incident with caretaker Sumerian Sofa.
I am the Scourge of the Lilin. My name is whispered in fear across the 7 hells. When I fight, I make war, not make-believe, Robbie. Be sure your Sparky is ready to do the same.
Damn, Hunter! You talk the same kind of smack that he does.
He's
Okay,
funny as fuck.
let's
actually.
do this. I'll get Blake to set things up. Won't take a minute.
I will head to the yard. When you and Sparky trade places, what does he look like?
He's the guy with the flaming metal skull and hellfire chains. Kinda hard to miss.
Alright, Ghost Rider.
Hunter, ready to get your burn on? I'm talking.
Like playing with fire.
Let's do this.
Hell yeah. Right.
We've got plenty of tricks for old dogs. No excuses here.
But I own that car. Whatever.
New and improved.
I don't got a lot to work with here. Who will I be using? I need to give more emphasis to Spider-Man this playthrough.
Awesome! Can't wait to see how this goes down.
He ended up being pretty instrumental last time. What the fuck?
Caretaker said I need to be a team player. So I guess I'm letting you choose for me too.
Alright, my bad. Okay.
Hunter, report to the war room. We've
Good
got a
God.
mission.
How many appointments do I have?
You called for me, Captain?
Keep telling ya, Carol works too, but yeah, I did. Now that Tony's finally starting to get a handle on his gremlin problem, I've been able to put Central to good use. Got a lead on some particularly gnarly Hydra operations happening in the city. But we need to move fast if we want to intercept them in time.
Then let us get going.
My thoughts exactly. There's just one problem, though. We seem to have lost our gatekeeper, Magic.
Lost?
Well, I updated her on the mission. She said something I can only assume to be a prolific swear word in Russian and disappeared. Literally.
Prolific.
And with no magic...
There is no passage to New York, or anywhere for that matter.
Now you see my problem.
Do not worry, Captain. I will locate and alert her of the team's needs.
There's that can-do, get-it-done, old-timey prophesied savior of humanity attitude I was hoping to see today.
Thanks.
Still, you better hurry. Not sure how long Hydra will remain in their current position.
Then I shall make haste.
Yes, you hasten as much as you can, Hunter.
Holy, I don't know how much haste I can be doing, considering everybody on planet Earth wants to talk to me right now. Magic's right the fuck there. Did you go check her room, bro? Like, what the fuck are we doing, man? That's Magic right there.
Fine.
This room belonged to the Scarlet Witch, did it not?
Wanda. It belongs to Wanda. Let me guess. You are to ask me to do the one thing the others value me for. Opening their precious portal. Well, I am in the middle of something. Come back later.
Don't get snarky with me, Magic.
That is no ordinary book. I can sense it from here.
Nothing in this place is ever ordinary. Especially this. Wanda's first grimoire. Agatha gave it to her when she was teaching her witchcraft, the dark arts. She was trying to help Wanda control her powers. She would never let me read it. so now I read it.
That is no child's book. Lose focus for 1 second and be lost completely within its pages. Let me guide you through it.
You do not own the darkness, Hunter. I was also raised within it. So much so I barely remember a time without it. And now Wanda has this in common with us too. I know what she's going through. To come face to face with true evil itself. To be dragged to some hell dimension so hot that your soul is scorched black. Your heart so filled with soot that it chokes out all the bright parts of you. Until you are just a dark thing of smoke and ash. I cannot let such a fate happen to her.
Then put the damn book down and help me get her back.
You are nothing if not direct. Not to mention unrelenting. I can respect that. And perhaps you are not entirely incorrect. Okay, I will open your damn portal. It is times such as this that I wish someone else here could drill holes through space and time. Perhaps Dr. Strange should spend less time tinkering with Tony Stark in the Forge and focus more on his magic. No matter. I will be there when you are ready, Hunter. Goodbye.
Alright. Got that done, but I still got a million people to talk to. Nope. Everybody just disappeared. Okay. Never mind, Carol. I'm all yours.
I usually just wing it up.
I take it you found our gatekeeper. Then let me explain what's going on. When Hydra isn't preoccupied with world-ending scenarios, they spend a lot of their free time terrorizing the citizens of New York through various low-level operations. It's fairly routine stuff for heroes these days, and worst case, we'll still get some fresh intel in the process. Why don't you check the mirror table and see what we've got on our plate?
Blah, blah, blah. Oh, I can take whoever. Well, let's see. Carol's the tank. I'm the support / middle ground. Or we could use Doctor Strange. I mean, or we could use Tony. But I'm just a Tony fanboy, so yeah. Let's take Strange. Gotta update that look, brother. Actually, both your looks. You look silly. If I unlock them, I can just have their outfits change. I didn't think about that. Alright, these are kind of silly. That looks badass as fuck. Why are we not funding this? Fuck yeah, let's go. Dude, look how badass that is, by the way. You know, that's what I want, Caroline. Actually, but if she could not wear that around the Abbey, that'd be great. That was like the ugliest thing I've ever laid eyes. Sure. And on my ass, still not gonna let me change. That's stupid, but okay.
I did the math. It would actually be faster for me to fly.
So what is stopping you?
The shockwave would shatter most of the glass in my approach path.
Ah, that is not good.
Yeah, I try to be considerate.
We're sending you straight to the coordinates Captain Marvel identified in New York. Dr. Banner has confirmed that the gamma signatures in the area match those of Faustus's weapon. We need to recover whatever intel we can if we're going to find out exactly what's going on down there.
We have the upper hand.
I
Looks
know
like
how
Captain Marvel
the
was
game-
right on the...
Heroes. A single world-ending calamity is never enough to satiate your appetite for destruction. You insist on messing further, forcing our hand yet again.
Oh, that's just lovely. Faustus has a radio. I'm assuming whatever Hydra is attempting to flee with on that chopper is our target. I suggest we stop it and see for ourselves.
At least Hydra Green is iconic. If you're a low-rent mercenary, I mean.
Get away with that.
Nice move!
Shanti shine upon you.
You have my thanks.
Let's give it a go.
Oh, I haven't quite finished the fucking research, so I can't fucking hit them. Whatever. That sucks. I hate that shit. Whatever.
Never surrender!
Gotta love counter. Oh, I love it so much.
I could have made that so much
Take them out!
You don't even know what it is you're pursuing. The Gamma Disruptor, so narrowly escaped within our last encounter, was only the beginning.
Show yourself to me, Faustus, and I will.
Now
A doctor and a powerful wizard. Impressive. Hell that.
Now what, motherfuckers? And just out of reach.
They're not living up to their reputation.
You're not gonna like what happens to me.
Engaging target. Looking good here. On Delta responding.
The last thing we need is for that pompous buffoon to win today. Stop that chopper.
With pleasure.
Fuck.
Let's do it.
Now that was something.
Prepare yourselves. I'm skeptical of your chances, but stranger things have happened.
Oh, Doctor Strange made it funny.
You're mine.
I won't be dispatched. That is.
Our loyal soldiers aren't the simple punching bags you've come to expect, are they? Somehow these humans, these mere mortals, dare to stand against ye fearsome gods. All is possible with Mother!
Here to help. They still haven't changed their minds. Take this.
Didn't think I could get any stronger.
Save this.
Fuck with Carol Danvers, guys. This will fuck you up, man.
Regroup at position Tango.
Tell him who.
Honestly, now, you're just wasting your time.
No mercy for the servant. You are too weak for this fight.
Well done. Seems like that's the last of them.
Last? There are more heads to the Hydra than you will ever comprehend, heroes. This is a minor setback at most.
Well, at least we don't have to listen to you any longer today. I consider that alone a victory.
Well done. If Hydra wasn't paying attention before, they are now. Stay sharp.
Count on it.
Nice.
Why, hello, Hunter.
What does this bitch want, and why does she keep texting me? Congrats, thanks for getting sick and then getting me sick. Shit is so cringe, man. Okay, what now?
Feeling a chill, Magic?
You could say that. I've been staring at the night sky trying to figure it out.
Figure what out?
You're observant, Hunter. You tell me.
I'm not a mind reader, Magic. Speak plain.
You know, Hunter, one of the things I like about you is your intolerance for bull. Even from me.
Stop speaking in riddles and just tell me what is on your mind.
It is not what's on my mind I'm worried about.
What worries you then?
When I was holding the transdimensional door for you back there, I sensed something was at the docks with you. Something dark and familiar.
What did you see, Illyana?
I did not see, I said. I sensed something there. But that's not the only thing I sensed today.
Oh?
Something has shifted in Limbo, but I cannot quite put my finger on it. All I know is that whatever is happening is also strangely familiar to me. And when all you knew was darkness and despair growing up, that warm, fuzzy feeling of familiarity is not just a warning sign, but an alarm bell.
I agree.
I know what you mean. Danger is something I am a little too comfortable with myself. Reminds me of my mother. There is almost a comfort in it.
Yes, you understand. Not many can. I'd like to be left to my thoughts now, Hunter. I still have a lot of thinking to do, while I try to make sense of what I felt at the docks and the energetic shifts that ripple through Limbo. I will let you know if I do.
Alright. Do a hangout or do this? Oh, that's right. That always does that. Yes, I know.
Hey, for someone they just dug up, you look pretty fresh.
Dang.
Destiny tips its balance toward us.
Hold up. Let me check. Not a way to check this shit. Yeah, there it is. Maxed him out. Yeah, we could finish Doctor Strange off here, I guess. I need to do Spider-Man bad. We could do Scarlet Witch. We could finish Nico, Venom. Okay.
I never ran into a steak too chewy for my choppers.
You really aren't what I expected.
How so?
Agatha and Caretaker told so many stories. The idea of you was nearly beyond imagining, but the actual you, rather normal.
I thought I made a better impression.
You do. I wouldn't know how to speak with the person they described. But with you, the real you, it's so easy. It shouldn't be this easy. I always pictured a gulf between us.
There is a gulf, but there does not have to be.
I'll put in the effort if you will.
Deal.
This is nice. It feels better than I deserve.
No, it is exactly what you deserve.
And that is?
A chance.
One of my favorite activities.
Alright, we're coming up on the hour mark. Gotta cut this part. See you guys in the next one.